Hello, friends. I would like to preface this video with this is not the views of the campaigns that I'm working for right now. This is just me talking as an experience that I went through the other day. So we need to talk about the Democratic Party. I had an experience recently where I was at a Democratic Party picnic in New Hampshire, and I was there campaigning for progressive candidates. And this Democratic picnic actually had a policy regarding being positive and not disparaging other Democrats or talking negative about any other Democrats who are currently running for office. I did not know about this. I went there and I was passing out lit for one of my preferred candidates. And I was abruptly told by the Democratic leadership of the picnic to put my literature away, and that is not allowed here because it's negative. I don't know if they understand what a primary is, but yeah, that's what I was told. And I was told to put them in my car or leave. So I put them in my car, begrudgingly, and I stayed. This is wild behavior by the establishment Democratic parties. I know I've been doing political activism as a progressive, from campaigning for Bernie Sanders to Andrew Volinsky, to other progressive candidates. And I have been met with hostility, but never have I actually seen an actual policy regulating speech at an event, at a Democratic event. I don't understand I do understand what's going on here, but I don't understand what their thought process is when they do something like that. When they put something like that type of policy in place and actually regulate speech at an event. I mean, the First Amendment is the First Amendment after all. So I've known for a long time that the Democratic Party, the establishment Democrats, don't like progressives. They don't like the Bernie Sanderses or the Elizabeth Warrens or the AOCs. They do not want us anywhere near the Democratic Party. But they want our voters. They want you to vote for them unapologetically with no questions anytime they win a primary in a general election. You better vote for them or else you're the problem. That's the attitude that the Democratic Party has. They need to wake up. I've heard a lot of Democratic groups who, I mean, and by the way, the average age of these Democratic groups is usually like 65. And they talk a lot about, well, why aren't young people coming out for the Democratic Party? Why aren't young people coming out for the Democratic Party? Why aren't they engaged in politics? Well, we are. Young people are engaged in politics. We've just been constantly told by the Democratic establishment to sit down, vote for who we say, and do not express any type of discontent at all. Or you're hurting them. The Democratic Party needs to learn that the message of "I'm not Donald Trump" as being their winning message, that message is a losing message. People want to know, what are you going to do to make my life better? What are you going to do about the price of groceries? What are you going to do about healthcare? What are you going to do? How are you going to tax the rich? What are you going to do about climate change? The Democrats have no fundamental answer for any of those issues. I want a future. I have a baby coming. All the Democratic Party wants to do is play my turn. It's my turn. I've been here for a long time. It's my turn. How dare you run against me with a progressive platform? How dare you criticize the fact that I support genocide? How dare you? You're just helping the Republicans. You're just helping Trump. This has to change, or else Democrats will continue to lose elections at the state level and at the federal level. It was eye-opening to actually be at an event that regulated speech for people, that says you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't talk about this, you can only be positive, you can't criticize any Democrat. They need to change, or else the future of the Democratic Party is abysmal. That's why I'm looking at other options. That's why I'm helping form a third party, trying to help form a third party. Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about elitism and traditionalism and whose turn it is. And it should be about making a better society and community for people. It's not a game. This isn't a sport. Politics isn't a sport. It's leaders that are making decisions in order that affect the everyday lives of people. And working people, the Democratic Party has lost working people, and it's because of stuff like this. They also, my last piece, the Democrats like to talk about democracy and fighting authoritarianism. Having a policy like this at a Democratic event is the most anti-democratic, anti-democracy, and one of the most authoritarian things that you could possibly do. Regulating speech at an event, it doesn't get more authoritarian than that. It's time to look at other options, and it's time to put community first.